place looks a lot bigger on TV.
Why do you throw foul? You got the big star here.
Oh, excuse me, Brooke. I'm sorry. In case Mimi forgets to ask you a dinner, can I get your autograph now?
Stop kidding.
Who's kidding? I saw your debut on Good Morning Pine Valley. I couldn't leave my seat. I thought you and Jack wanted to tear each other's heads off.
Yeah, Olivia warned me to wear a hard hat when the camera starts rolling.
Please, all right? That show was a fluke. Jack and I basically agree on everything else. I mean, politically speaking, so...
So it'll air tomorrow morning, right? 10 rounds all the way, heavyweight competition?
All right?
It's not going to be dull.
You want to...
Yeah, go for it.
Judy, hi.
Hello.
Brooke?
Hi, Jack.
Gee, I thought you'd chicken out.
Well, no such luck.
Oh, come on, please. Did you see what you two did for our Nielsen's? Our second half hour nearly doubled. And nobody wanted to change the channel to that tacky game show.
Well, congratulations.
And this show's going to be as hot as the last.
That's my
Jackson
advice.
had a great idea for
Yeah, I love that show.
Yeah, it's a good show.
Home team advantage, huh?
Well, why don't you hear the topic then, and if you don't like the idea, you can come up with something else.
What is the topic?
Media coverage of criminal trials.
See, it seems to me there are some unprofessional journalists out there who are turning our legal system into a three-ring circus, and I think they should be legislated out of the courtroom.
Well, what a good idea. I guess we could just throw the First Amendment out the window with the reporters and the cameras, huh?
Is there some reason you always have to take things to such extremes, Brooke? Well, it sounds to me like you would like the world to appoint you judge, and you decide whether or not we pay any attention to the First Amendment or not.
That's not at all what I'm suggesting.
Sure, dump the First Amendment, especially when it has something to do with a subject that you find particularly offensive.
I find pornography offensive, yes.
Unless it increases your circulation or your ratings. Then it seems to me anything goes. Now, this great country of ours was based on a legal system that works, and I hate to see it turned into a laughingstock.
I think you should stop trying to obscure the subject with flag waving.
All right, Miss English, I'll make you a deal. I'll do that if you will quit throwing your politically correct jargon in my face.
I think you're lucky that that's all I've thrown.
Well, I would think, Brooke, that you might worry about the intrusive effect that a television camera has on a supposedly fair and impartial jury.
Who are you rooting for?
I think that
I'm not
lawyers
getting
are
caught in the middle
concerned
of
that
that.
television cameras will reveal them for the inept shysters that they are.
Shysters.
Jack, Brooke,
Look.
we're out of time. Now, it doesn't look like we've settled anything, but maybe you two come back next week?
Sure thing.
Oh, I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Wonderful. Now, why don't you two shake hands and show the world that there's no hard feelings? Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with us. This is Judy Lee Siegel saying, please join us again tomorrow for Good Morning Pine Valley.
And we're out.
Oh, boy, that's your VCRs for tomorrow morning. This one's going to send the ratings right through the roof.
Great show, Brookster.
Yeah,
Thanks.
not bad.
Are we ready?
No, we got to wait for Mimi.
Okay. Well, no problem.
Listen, Brooke, I'm sorry.
But what?
Next time you get to pick the topic, okay? I didn't mean to catch you off guard.
You didn't.
Well, then you're not angry then, right? I mean, because sometimes I know you take this stuff personally.
I didn't take anything personally, Jack. This was a debate, all right? We had a disagreement. How could that be personal?
I don't know.
There wasn't anything personal about it.
Great.
Great.
So, would you like to have dinner with me?
I already have dinner plans.
I see.
Derek and Mimi and I are taking Trevor out to dinner, and, you know, I don't think you and I baiting each other over journalistic lawyer issues would really cheer him up that
Look,
much.
Brooke, I don't think Trevor's allergic to controversy, and he did manage to make it through our whole show without breaking into hives.
I think that's different.
Brooke, you just agreed that this debate was nothing more than a debate. Now, I don't see why we couldn't go sit around a dinner table and act like human beings, unless, of course, there's some other reason that you are genuinely mad at me.
What are the reasons?
I don't know. All I know is I've never had as heated an argument about the Bill of Rights as I just had.
Well, I have. You know, honestly, Jack, don't be childish, all right?
Childish. So it's adult to pretend you're not furious when you're absolutely furious.
What's the matter? You can't, your male pride can't stand someone
My male
disagreeing
pride
with
has
you, or
absolutely
what?
nothing to do with it.
Jack, the producer loves you, I love you. Hey, we need a favor, huh?
Yeah, what?
Well, Bud Bates, my producer, he really wants to hype tomorrow's show. So, I mean, who thought the Constitution could get such ratings, right?
What do you want us to do?
Well, we'd like you to tape the briefest possible of promos, maybe two. We'll put them on the air tonight, see who tunes in tomorrow. You guys will stick around, right?
Yeah, sure.
No, I'm game.
Terrific. Bud says you two are as fascinating to watch as a cobra and a mongoose. Really viewer-grabbing stuff.
That's high praise. a weasel-like creature and a snake. I wonder which one you are.
They're not allowed to say all that on TV.
I think they'll cut the Jack's analogy about the naked woman.
Those two never know when to stop, do they?
Well, a little brawl gets the old juices going.
Sometimes.
Oh, you don't know. Hey, I remember one time with Nat, I don't know how it started. Just a couple of insults. We wound up throwing drinks in each other's faces. Yeah, she was all ready to...
Trevor, you okay?
Yeah. Yeah, sorry about that.
Hey, no problem.
Yeah, no problem. Exactly, no problem. None of my problems, anyway. Well, we're just good friends and good food, right?
Right.
Haley.
What about her?
She's off doing some hot shoot, some rock concert up in New York.
Hey, that's impressive.
Yeah, it sounds like it. I gotta give her a call and wish her luck.
Enjoy our banter with your breakfast? I'm not saying that.
Well, maybe this is a rough draft. Let's hope so. I mean, I do think that we can fix this up.
Well, I think somebody should. Sorry I'm late.
Ah, there she is. I was starting to get worried about
Well, I'll tell you what. If you'll excuse me, I'll go talk to Judy Lee about this right now.
Mimi, hi. Listen, we're almost finished. We just have to tape a couple of promos for the show for tomorrow.
I was trying to call Haley.
Okay.
Something wrong?
Something's going down at Wildwind.
Yeah, weird, Win.
Exactly. Now, I know I've been defending Dimitri lately, but now I don't know. I mean, it's like he's going back to playing I've Got a Secret.
What happened?
Well, today, out of the blue, Helga shows up from Vienna.
What was she doing in Vienna?
Vacation, I don't know, but anyway, I'm getting ready to leave, and all of a sudden, Natalie shrieks so loud, the chandeliers rattle. I rush upstairs. She's found Helga lurking around her room in the dark. She said something about leaving Natalie a surprise or something, which I think is a weak cover. But anyhow, Dimitri is so furious. I mean, I thought he was going to strangle her. Then he takes her out for some mysterioso chat, and then the next minute, everything's fine.
I don't like this.
And that's not all.
What? What else?
No, it can't be.
No, what are you thinking?
I don't want to jump the gun here, Brooke.
Start from the beginning, okay?
All right, first off, Natalie starts telling me about Helga's problems, about how she really hasn't accepted her daughter's death.
Well, Angelique Marick died 15 years ago.
That was my reaction, but then Natalie mentioned some kind of shrine-like room Helga's been keeping. It like she's in a time warp. Natalie says it's as if she is waiting for Angelique to come home.
She said waiting?
Yes, and that's when it clicked. I thought about this fax Dimitri got, some kind of monograph on comatose patients and waiting for their awakening.
Coma patients.
And then I went into the study to read the report, and it's gone.
So,
when Dimitri was chewing out Helga about scaring us half to death, she mentions a Dr. Zen. And then, all of a sudden, he gets her out of the room, PDQ.
wait a minute. Who's Dr. Zen?
He's the guy who wrote the coma article.
This is crazy. No, maybe not. I mean, I've done a lot of research on Dimitri and on Angelique, and I've learned a lot of things. I mean, Zenf is certainly not a name that you forget. He was the doctor who was the head of the clinic in Vienna. The clinic where Dimitri took Angelique after the accident, where she lay in a coma until she was dead.
And Helga just came back from Vienna and Dr. Zen.
Wait a minute. I don't like the sound of this. Does Natalie suspect anything?
I don't think so.
It's like a lot of pieces are suddenly coming together.
But then maybe not. Helga went to Vienna to see her family.
It's impossible. She doesn't have any relatives in Austria.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. I can tell you every living member of the Marick and the Voitnitz family are. What if the family that she supposedly went to visit was Angelique?
A comatose Angelique.
What if Angelique Marick is still alive? No, what if Angelique Marick is still alive?
Come on.
No, think about it. Have you ever heard about a grave where she's buried?
It's a good question.
Wait a minute. That doesn't mean that there isn't one.
So what if there is a grave? How do we know that Angelique is in it? I mean, the accident was obviously very well documented. It left her in a coma. How do we know that she's not still in a coma?
And why, after all these years, is her room still waiting for her? Why is her bed still turned down at night? And why is her mother still haunting the place?
Listen
Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to enter a new dimension.
Come on.
The Twilight Zone.
Trevor, just do the cop thing. Look at the clues.
You know, I actually think Derek's right. I mean, there are a lot of unanswered questions to this, Trevor.
Oh, you guys, you sound like you're about to take a trip down the Looney Tunes highway. Buckle up for safety, but first let me the hell out.
So when Helga brought up Dr. Zent,
Oh.
Dimitri suddenly shut her up. Right. Now, what does that mean to you?
Typical day, Shay Igor.
I think it means blackmail. I think it means Helga has something that could be damaging to Dimitri. And if Angelique is languishing is somewhere in a clinic with Dr. Zent, that could be damaging, couldn't it?
Makes sense to me.
Ladies, you and the gents here need a vacation. I recommend 2 weeks. I recommend a spa. I do not recommend Vienna.
Wait. Now, I know this sounds a little bit far out, Trevor, but I must admit I'm beginning to hear some logic.
Oh, you hearing things too? Little voices in the head? Maybe you're getting radio reception in your fillings there, Counselor.
I don't think it's so outlandish myself, Trevor.
Oh, you do now, do you? Why don't you light up torches and go charging and attacking Castle Weirdwind? Now, don't forget your battering rams.
Why are you so angry? What's your problem?
My problem? You guys, you're outrageous. Nancy Drew, this does not add up. It doesn't jibe. I hate Marick more than anybody. But his wife is dead. D-E-A-D.
Well, Trevor, something is way off at Marick's, and we're just trying to get to the bottom of it.
The guy received a fax from a doctor who took care of his wife before she died. Where's the crime in that? What's the big deal?
Trevor, why are you so angry?
Natalie made a choice. There's no reason to go creating this big fairy tale so that she'll stall the deed.
It's not what we're doing.
I so not need this. It's over. The fat lady has sang 11 encores. Natalie is marrying Dimitri. Let it go. I've had enough of it.
Well, what did I expect? I mean, it doesn't do Trevor any good to hear our suspicions.
Brooke, you're trained to put the pieces together, and that's what you're doing.
You see, the bottom line, Brooke, to me, your theory feels right. I mean, it gels with everything my gut has been telling me about Marick all along.
Yeah, but let's not get carried away here. I mean, Trevor does have a point. Long-lost wives and comas? I mean, it's colorful, but it does lack a little bit in the credibility department, wouldn't you say?
Jack, you wouldn't say that if you'd spent any time at Wildwind.
And you just got through saying that you thought the theory had some merit.
No, what I said was there were a lot of unanswered questions. That's a far cry from...
Fine, we'll just chalk you up as passionately neutral, all right? Derek, I'm sorry that I upset Trevor. I mean, I guess we shouldn't have broached the subject in front of him, but now that it's been broached, I mean, I can't turn back.
Yeah, I'm with you. Look, I want to check out some things on my end. You just tell me what you need.
Me too. Where do you want to start, Brooke?
I think we should start in Vienna.
We?
Brooke, it just so happens I have an old friend from law school who lives in Vienna.
Thank you, Jack, but I think that we have gotten everything under control here.
I was just trying to help out if I could.
Okay, Backlers, it's showtime.
Don't worry about it, okay?
Hey, English, Montgomery, we're ready to tape the promo.
Listen, I may call you at some outrageous hour and ask you for some outlandish thing. I hope it's okay.
Anything, Brooke, anytime.
All right, I appreciate it, do.